everyone, and welcome back to Live Like Lo. This is Lo, and today we are going to be talking about how I started working with Thoth. Now, this is just a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, but you know, I be funnies about releasing stuff about my personal practice, and Thoth is like, throw that idea out the window. So now we are going to be talking about this. If you have any questions about working with Thoth, I am going to be dropping a different video where we'll talk about ways that you can work with Thoth and set up altars and etc. So whatever questions that you have, if you're interested in working with Thoth, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll include that in that video when I film it. Okay, so let's get into this. Now, honey, this is gonna be something like a story time because first of all, bro, like I know that y'all hear me on all of these videos on live and on TikTok singing those prayers. Like, bro, he is like, I give him so much praise throughout everything that I do because he's the fucking shit. Okay, now let's talk about it. So this is like a super exciting topic for me personally because I freaking love talking about Thoth anyway. So, you know, welcome to my world. I'm sure my other friends can get tired of it, honey, but I don't. So first of all, let me just be real clear here. This is gonna be like a testimony video. Like, this is my testimony. But Tehuti. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and do a little bit of housekeeping. So I interchangeably call Thoth by his Egyptian name. It's just that I say Thoth for videos for you guys so that you know who I'm talking about because it's the name that's known the most. But his Egyptian name is Tehuti, and his Greek name is Hermes, and his Roman name is Hermes Trismegistus. So let's get into this, okay? How I met Thoth. First of all, I was in college, honey, and I had my first awakening. And let's just be honest, like I was a very sheltered child, okay? I did not know a lot about the world going into college, and I had several rude awakenings dealing with other people and their issues, okay? And involved in this also, I had a lot of rude awakenings about how the world worked and how Christianity kind of like boxes us in. Now, I will say that I prematurely in high school had my introduction into paganism. So up until that point, I was very much in the closet practicing Wicca, pretending like I was not pagan and going to church and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So when I got into college, I started doing a lot more research, and it was just research. I was really deep into research because, you know, people be giving you gems and then they be like, go research for yourself, but really they just be dropping starting places. They don't really give you enough information for you to really dive into in the video. So I really was going in and like really going to the library and reading books and like tapping into lectures. Ooh, one of my favorite lecturers to this day is Dr. Alia Africa, and I will watch that man forever, no matter how janky or old those lectures are, because I'll be honest, ain't nothing even HD about it, let alone 4K, okay? It's hard to watch, but the information is good. All right, even though I already have like his book on my shelf already, and I need to get a couple more of them, but I loved, you know, all of these different introductions that I had into spirituality. And when I moved back home, even though I was still in college, I moved back home out of student housing in my junior and my senior year. And I was dating this guy. He was Ethiopian, and he swear for God, y'all, like I was Fulani, and I was like, bro, chill. chill. And so like this guy, he was just so awesome, introduced me to a lot of Ethiopian culture, and y'all, I love it. And to this day, because of this man, I love Ethiopian food. I will go and get me some teff injera anytime, baby, with those grouper tips, okay? And you know, at the time, I was vegetarian, so I was eating all the goods, okay? All the goods, because they had everything. I just love it, okay? So during that time, I was really into Thoth, but I was afraid to set up an altar, right? And I felt the real call to erect an altar for him, even though I was living back home and I was very much closeted. So then he took me to one of my favorite stores in Atlanta, one of the best metaphysical stores if you just want to get a little bit of everything, Phoenix and Dragon Honey. And so that was, I mean, I used to live an exit away from there when I lived on campus. So I used to always be up there reading books that I could not afford to purchase, okay? And I took him up there and oh my God, they had it. And he was trying to be big ball of saucy. So he bought me a Thoth. This one. I still haven't bought a new Thoth. Well, I bought the Ibis. You guys can't see it, but I love my Ibis here. But he bought me this exact Thoth right here. Now, I love Thoth. He is my favorite. Tehuti is just everything, okay? And so when I got this, the very first thing that I did when I got home was I like cleared a space off the top of my dresser because that's literally the only place I had. During that time, I was so messy. Like, I'm messy now, but when I'm saying like, it used to be on a whole nother level, because the only way that I could protect my space when I was living back home with my parentals was to make my room so dirty that no one would want to like take a step in there. Now that doesn't mean I have like gross, you know, food things molding in the room, but I do and often did have clothes everywhere, shoes everywhere, just everywhere, all over the floor, because I didn't want anybody in my room. And then I would actually just pick all that stuff up when I came in, but I would put it all back so nobody would walk into my room, because my mom had a habit of throwing away my shit. So then I erected Thoth, and I didn't really know what to do after that. I didn't have a candle, okay? I didn't have shit. I just had this statue, and I was like, you know what? This is what I got. I'm gonna put all of my spiritual stuff right here, because that's literally everything. I had that and crystals, you know what I'm saying? I had books, and I had actually my very first book. This book is what brought me into spirituality, which is strange as fuck. But this book brought me actually into the spiritual arena, which is the Egyptian Book of the Dead. I now have like a collectible version of it back here. But this book, I mean, this thing is worn to death. You just see it's all flailing out, got bent pages, got crust in this bitch. Like, that book was literally my introduction to Egypt and my introduction to Thoth, and a lot of it helped me to deprogram Christianity out of my mind, period. So when I started working with Thoth, I mean, like, all I was doing was talking to him every day. Like, I just pulled up and I talked to him and I talked to him and I talked to him. And then sometimes I would just be like, you know what, I'll just study. So now I was like studying, and then I felt like I needed to make videos. And if y'all go back, way back to the very, like, if y'all scroll all the way down in all the videos that I've ever posted, you're gonna see some young low videos, because I actually started making videos back in, oh God, like maybe 2014, 2015. And I was making videos, but y'all, I was hot fire. I didn't know how to break down those concepts in a way where I didn't feel like I was screaming at you and trying to get you to latch onto what I was saying. And at that time, you know, you don't feel like your words matter. So then you feel like you gotta be real forceful about it. And y'all, over the years, Thoth has calmed my ass down. So then eventually I had got, you know, caught up with work or whatever, and eventually I came back to doing this, which is crazy. So, excuse me, get up out of there. Sorry y'all, my dog is getting into something. So, going back to Thoth, like, I've been working with him since then, you know what I'm saying? Since a long time ago, okay? And I remember the first spell I ever casted with Thoth, which is hilarious because I actually asked him, I was like, look, I'm tired of dating. I'm tired of people lying. I'm tired of the bull. I'm tired of investing myself into people who really don't care about me. Bring me hubby material, you feel me? And I wrote my very first petition, and I learned how to write this petition, y'all won't even believe it, on the Oprah show, because bitch, I love Oprah. I love Oprah, okay? I don't care what y'all think. Oprah is like, bruh, she is everything. The only reason why I have a channel right now is because Oprah has been my spiritual godmother. Between me and my grandma, my best ancestor, boy, she be running me that Oprah and it be inspiring the shit out of me. So look, so I wrote that petition like, bring me hubby material, and I slid that thing under their statue just like that, bam, you know what I'm saying? And then I want to say within 6 months, like, I ran into my future hubby, right? And right now I'm engaged to the same guy, okay? I done had his baby and everything, okay? I remember being at that place where I was like, Thoth, please help me. I was like, I don't care what you need me to do. I'm gonna make that shit shake if you could bring me the hubby material. And let me tell you something, y'all. Let me tell you something. This man's right here, Tehuti, my dog, brought me out. I'm talking about, I was in a place where my head was just like, I was just like, I couldn't connect to my abilities anymore. I hadn't connected to him in over 3 or 4 years. Like, I couldn't hear spirit anymore. It was really hard for me to like operate without ability. So y'all, I know how it feels to have it and then absolutely not have it anymore. And from that point, I learned how to open myself back up. I learned how to move into my heart space. I learned how to heal myself from sexual trauma, a whole bunch of shit, all the shit that I fucking do with you guys. And Tehuti was there with me every single step of the way, right? So he is literally a godsend, because he is, oh my god, like, y'all have no idea. So now that I've been working with Tehuti for over 10 years, bruh, big dog, you know what I'm saying? It's been such an amazing journey, okay? First of all, I started out working with Tehuti learning about spasmodics, so like herbalism, period, okay? I was working with herbs, I was studying elements, I was studying how to do remedies. During the time that my grandmother was slowly declining and about to pass away, I spent a lot of those previous 2 years learning how to make things that would help increase her health or help soothe her inner pain. And it was super duper intense, bro, but you know, and Tehuti had my back for a lot of it, and I really, really appreciate that. Through me working with Tehuti, I was able to tap into working with the ancestors. So woosah to the ancestors. I really honestly appreciate them in every capacity that they came for me, you know what I'm saying? And with Tehuti and the ancestors combined, bro, we rose up out that thing, okay? There was a lot of petitions that I wrote that got me up out of situations that I wanted to be at a higher level, in a more stable, mentally, emotionally, and physically secure place. And they really made that shit shake for me, you know what I'm saying? And then when I got to that mentally secure place, Mother Isis, through the form of Yemaya, came through and healed the fuck out of me. Do you hear me? Them Orishas don't play. They love the fuck out of me. And then they was like, all right, baby, go on over there and do what you gotta do. So now I work with Isis and Tehuti together. And to be honest with you guys, it has been such an incredible journey to having worked with Thoth this entire time, to having been able to be a student under the master deity of all mystery, of all science, and the Lord and master of books. Do you understand me? Like, It is incredible. And I probably wouldn't have made it to the end of my senior year if it wasn't for Tehuti, because I pray for God every single time, Tehuti, please help me pass this class, okay? Because woo, was a girl stressed, okay? You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time working like 7 to 9 internships through the entire time being in school, and I graduated a year and 6 months early, where all my other high school friends probably just now, or probably 2 or 3 years ago, just graduated college. I've been out that thing, y'all, you feel me? So let's get a little bit deeper before I close out this video. Tehuti in most recent years has been teaching me more higher level knowledge, and it's been hella fucking intense, okay? I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. That shit be making my head hurt. Like sitting here getting these downloads and trying to break them down to teach them to y'all. Because sometimes I'll catch a lesson and then Tehuti will apply knowledge to that lesson so that I'm able to not only have the knowledge from him and the wisdom from him, but also the wisdom and knowledge from my learned experience. So then I'm able to take 1 and 2 and put them together to create something that is grounded and easy for all of us to put into action. And to remember that alchemy is alkalizing and transmutation, and bitch, that shit ain't always easy, but it's damn sure worth the effort. And working with Tehuti has allowed me to really alkalize the fuck out of my life. I used to be somebody who really did not care if I lived or died from day to day because I didn't feel worthy. I used to be somebody that would let people use me because I wanted to feel loved. I used to be somebody that would run themselves dry just to feel accepted. And I used to be somebody who didn't love themselves. And I'm so grateful to Tehuti, because from this place I was able to love myself. I was able to learn what I needed to learn. I was able to come and help other people do the same. And I was able to get access to other energies, deities, angels, okay? And all the aspects of Tehuti, okay? I'm talking about Enoch. I'm talking about Metatron. I'm talking about Yeshua, you know? And really working with these energies and allowing them to affect me in the way that will allow me to open up my heart space, as well as working with Yemaya, as well as working with Isis, where they allow me to move in this heart space and to try and to do things differently than I had tried to before, and to really tap and balance myself out between the divine masculine, divine feminine that operated within me, to let go of operating in the shadow and rise above. So y'all, okay, when I'm telling you that this was such an amazing journey, and I know that there is even more to come, but when I tell you that this testimony has only honestly just begun, but what I will say something to you is one of the biggest feats that Tehuti has ever done for me is prepared me to meet the Most High God. And I have been to that space multiple times to meet the Most High God, and it has forever changed my life and my perspective about the world, my perspective about how life works, my perspective about how lessons in the world works, and how God sees us and perceives us and experiences us every single moment of every single day, every single movement of our energy down to the very last molecule. Spirit is so profound, and I don't think that if I had not been prepared through all of these other things that I went through, would I have been able to receive that wholeheartedly and release the constructs of ideas that I was taught both in Christianity and spirituality and the early really super toxic woke Kemet people, you know, really tapping into myself, understanding how to move between the lines of other people's brokenness and not to take it personal, because I understand how I'm moving, where I'm moving, and why. And not a lot of people can move in their life with such succinct clarity as I can, and that's because I've been through the fucking ringer with that shit, okay? And I'm grateful to have come out on the other side of it, and I'm grateful to know how to move now. And it's to the point now where I can receive Spirit's messages and Spirit's lessons quicker than most can, including my old self, okay? There are some things I be like, baby, you know, back in the day that would have took me a year or two to learn, but I could swear that bitch in about a week or two, because I could see how people move, and I see that pattern, and I see how they're saying and then how they follow up, how they're moving, how they're reacting versus responding, how people move through their own context. And because of that, I'm able to leave and understand my context as one side, but not operating completely out of it, which allows me to have a holistic point of view of my environment. And that shit fucking ain't no cap. It ain't no cap. I swear for God, that right there, all in itself, is worth literally everything. Cause then it's really that miss me with that bullshit, okay? Because it's quick and in a hurry out the way. Do you understand me? And that is the type of shit that I be trying to teach y'all on this channel, because it is incredible to have that certain level of clarity. There is so much, literally, y'all. I could stay here all day and be talking about the things that Thoth and Tahuti has done for me, and the type of clarity that I've received, the type of knowledge that I've received. I mean, bruh, like, there's just so much shit. But what's crazy is that is literally all I talk about on this channel. Tahuti opened up my ability to speak light language through Ra, and he pulled me into the Melchizedek method, which is a method that somebody channeled from him. Do you feel me? Like, when I'm telling you, like, the energies of Tahuti is no fucking joke to play with. This man called himself out. You know what I'm saying? He called himself into creation. What deities do that? None. Not many. Not many. I'm not gonna say none, but not many, okay? Not many deities can say, I called myself into existence from the nothing. That source called itself into existence from the nothing. Okay, yeah, so I'm just, you know what I'm saying? But in this next video we're going to do, I'm going to tell you guys what it's really like working under Tahuti. Like, I'm going to give y'all all the pros, the cons, the crazy shit, okay? And I'm going to share one of the biggest realizations that I ever had from working with my patron deity Tahuti, okay? And this thing was so sweet. I was able to understand the origin of my soul. And Tahuti has allowed me, now I've known about this for about a year or two now, and I was told not to tell a fucking soul, right? But Tahuti wants me to share it with you in this next video. So I hope you tap in with me, baby, because you're about to learn some new shit. Love that. Okay, so tap in with me on the next one, and you already know, baby, this is rule number 1 of the new series. We're gonna be talking about different ways you can work with Tahuti, etc, etc, etc. So definitely tap into these story times, because I got hella them for y'all, and we're gonna have some information in here so that you know how to work with big dog, no play. All right, so I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Y'all stay high, y'all stay vibing, okay? And matter of fact, just ride the wave, because at the end of the day, if you take the lesson and you apply it as wisdom, baby, you know how to move later. So ride the wave, go with the flow, but don't stop the flow. You feel me? I'll see y'all on the next one. I love y'all. Bye.